I'm a veteran. I entered from Iraq, and I was in a battlefield too long. And Monday, I don't know, I just called Mike to go with me. I want to go with him Monday. And we go on that mountain, I don't know, so I hang out with Mike, and like Mike say, he was forget the binoculars, you know, because I want to catch a turtle, you know.
Yeah. I
want to catch him myself and take him home. So and Mike was go back to the car, and I was in what you call it, like a beach, in the water, by the water. So I thinking, you know, in my mind, you know, so how I gonna get the turtle because on the water. So I left the paddle, the beach, and I walking on the bushes with my shoes, and walking on the bushes like 2 feet away from the thing. So I'm tired because I have my cane with me. So I'm sitting down by the branch of the bench, you know, and I'm sitting down facing to the where the people supposed to be standing out there. So I laid my water bottle down and laid my cane down. So I saw 2 women and a lady, and 2 women and the kids. So they didn't see me. And I sitting there in the bushes now. I said, I'm gonna make them scared. So I whistle, right? Yeah. And I whistled at it. I whistled, right? And one of the lady was like this, you know. Then I hear the sound. Then I look straight back, right? I look straight back. I hold in my cane. I look straight back. The thing was sitting down, the butt, you know, the leg like that, sitting down. And I look at it. He was pick up the leaf, the branch, like that. And he throws it, right? The branch, the holding on his end. Then I break the leaf, the branch of the tree. So I throw it like that. That's the first time I see somebody tall, and it was the hand was way down by the elbows, the long hand, and looking at me. So I called Mike. And Mike said, yeah. Then as soon as I called Mike, he turned around and go, walking through the bushes. So I tried to follow him, but you know, so, I can't catch him. So then I'm walking on the paddle, I see the Bigfoot, you know, the step. And I didn't jumping over, you know, I just walking on the side. Then I called Mike. Then I walked a little bit further. So I saw the branch, you know, that he was holding on his end. He dropped it down where he was sitting at. And he was turned around. The hair got like a fur. And he was looking straight at me. He was nosing like that. And he was looking like me like a, but the hair was like him, but you know, what kind of the curly, you know, like I think he was rolling on somewhere, like the fur one like this. So I called Mike. Mike was coming down. We walked into the thing, and Mike was show everything. So he walking around, and Mike was followed that way. Then after that, and Mike told me to not come in on a pusher because I don't have my long pants. Then I told Mike, you know, when I was in the war, man, no matter what clothes I wear, I go to the bushes anyway. That's where we're looking for the enemy. And I believe it, smell it, and because I don't know if you guys are, you know, looking search the people on the war time, you know, where we at now in Iraq. Because the people in the country, they don't wear they don't use the what you call? The underarm, you know, they don't use that. When we give it them, they don't use that. so they smell it. So when we go to the battlefield, when we go around the bushes like that, we can smell it and we know the enemy is on the side. And it's true. And then that's my story. I don't want to make a story for you guys. I'm a busy man on Sunday. I go to church. I'm a layman on the church. So when Mikey called me today, so want to come over, yeah, I can Mike say, yeah, okay, because he's my friend. But I'm not making a story like you guys are showing because I'm lying. No, I'm honestly guys. And I tell you what I see and what I saw. Because I really want the turtle. That's what I want to go around to try to get the turtle.
Well, thank you very much. We
Yes,
appreciate your
thank you.
coming here and telling us. We really
Yeah,
appreciate
because
it.
my
Ask
good
questions.
friend,
How tall was it?
like a 6 or 7. Like he's tall when you get up. Can you get up? Sure. See, like the you know the glasses net? That tall, but the hair.
How tall are you? 6'3", 6'4"? Wow.
And the hand was.
And he was
way
about
down.
3 inches above you.
And the hand was way down by this, go like that. In the bushes.
You see what color skin?
The skin just like a light brown and black, you know,
Yeah.
light and brown and black, you know. It's kind of mixed.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't get, I got my camera, I got no idea what I'm gonna think because the way I see it, what I hear today. I was shocked, and I was telling Mike, and Mike was yelling at me. Mike was pissed off on me because I was walking on the bushes. They say, "Did you hear? Did you see the sign on?" They say, "Don't not go to on the bushes." I said, "Mike, I'm sorry. That's the way I am. You know, when I find something like that, I have to hug." And I didn't thinking that we go over there and tell you about these things. No, I got nothing to know about the Bigfoot. I don't know any story about Bigfoot, but
What did you think it was when you first saw it?
when I first saw it, he was sitting down.
I mean, what did you think it was? What kind of animal did you think you were looking at?
I thought that was a bear
Oh,
because he was sitting down like that.
right.
Then I looked at it again. He was the leaf was getting up like that.
Did it eat it, or did it? Was it? You think? Was it
I think he
just
was
hiding
trying, and
behind it?
I think he was hiding, or I don't know if he eating or not,
So-
because I never see the Bigfoot.
Right.
I never, you know, that's what
So sitting like this or on his butt?
on the butt.
Okay.
That's why I thought that was that was a bill of any kind of animal because he was low.
Yeah.
When the time when I saw that thing and he was standing up, wow! He was a kind of he's a little skinny, kind of bigger than him.
And how did it stand up? Could you describe? Did it use its arms, or did it just stand right up? Or?
He's standing right up like that,
Oh.
and he looked at me like this. Then I throw it down like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it would turn around. Then I called my
You mentioned that it grunted or growled at you.
grandpa.
Did it make any other noise during
No.
the encounter?
That's the only thing that had a noise because that's the only thing I know him because when I whistle to make a lady scared,
Right.
then I heard the noise, then I looked back like that. Then I see he was sitting down, not like a panther like that. He was sitting on his butt. And excuse me.
So
Well, go ahead. No.
do you think he was there when you walked around and you just didn't see him, or do you think he came over after you had been sitting there for a while?
I got no idea. When I go there, I never seen nothing. because I was looking at my way to go in there. So that branch was sitting up here, and he was sitting right over there. I think he saw me, but I didn't see him. When I sit down on the branch, then I said, I make this lady scared, you know. So I whistled. Then I heard the sound, and I looked back. The animal just sit down. When he stand up, I'm telling you.
Did the two ladies see it too, or?
The two ladies was walk out because I was whistle. Then I called Mike.
How do you whistle? Like with your fingers, you blow a whistle. Could you whistle for us?
Who?
Could you do the whistle for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. Then I was look at it about 50 feet away from me, or no, it's like a 15. Or he was really close to me.
Right.
And Mike was telling me,
that's close.
Do not throw them. They're gonna kill me.
Well.
Then I told Mike, you know.
Could make it angry.
I'm a Bigfoot too. No.
Well, what about, I know the location, it wasn't clear, it was a wooded area, thick grasses from what I saw of the video.
Up to my waist.
You know, and I know it didn't leave any obvious sign, but I'm trying to think, is there any other, look at the conditions, you know, we've heard the narrative, other stories, weather conditions that day.
It was cloudy in the morning. It might even have rained drizzle the previous night. It cleared up about 3. This happened just after 4.
Okay.
And we went in and looked around. Took some video. I went up a ways in there, but then I said, well, I ought to call the museum. So we backed out at 4:30, called the museum. They closed half an hour early, got there 5:35.
How many other cars and people were there while you were there?
There were a few. When we walked out at 4:30, I counted 7 cars, including mine. Mm-hmm. And people ride horses along that same pathway that goes by the pond.
Did you notice anyone else while you were in the woods? Did you run into anyone else on the trails, or?
There were hikers there were 2 guys that had gone in, and they were coming out at 4:30. Anyway, there were 2 guys, there were these 2 women and the kid.
Right.
They were ahead of me.
Well, from where you're at there, can you see where your car is parked? Because I know it's not a large park.
If you're at the beach area, yeah, there's like it's maybe 30-foot open area at the edge of the pond.
Right.
And there's a memorial bench that's there for someone that passed. Mm-hmm. And you can sit on the bench and you can look at the pond. And what I meant for Ray to do was stay in that area, because that's what I always do. I always go up to the pond edge, there's mud, and I look in the mud to see what kind of footprints are there, if any. There's a lot of humans, but there's also sometimes deer, because there's deer come out. We were there a little after 4, and that's what I was going to do. I was going to hang around till like 5:36 when the deer come out, let him see some deer, and then we'd go somewhere else. Because he wasn't really dressed to be walking around, you know, hiking. And the previous week, I just hiked up, trying up the mountain across the road from where the first sighting was. So I didn't particularly want to be hiking out in the, you know, I didn't want to be hiking up hills anyway.
Right.
So we were just going to spend a little time there. Well, you know, he's got 15, it wasn't even 15 minutes of boots on the ground, never been in the mountains before. And he sees this thing.
Luck.
This is, it's about a football field in size, this wooded area that adjoins the pond on the right side of the pond when you're facing the beach. And he not only looked for footprints along the edge, there's a little point that you go around with some woods that hang out, and kept on going a little further. So he went in about 30, 40 foot along the edge of the pond, and when he sat down on a tree limb that was up off the ground. Oops, I just knocked it. That's where he was sitting, facing the pond. So this thing was behind him another 30, 40 foot, 30 foot probably. It's in my video. If you go to my YouTube channel, I've currently split it into 2 pieces, because the first one is 2 hours at 1080, and some people are having problems viewing it. So by tonight it'll be in 2 pieces.
That's on the email. This one you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's what I emailed to everybody. That's the 2-hour complete one, but I'm uploading to my channel, YouTube channel. I split it in half. So that'll be, you can see 2 pieces if it's more viewable. I'll tell you, for a PC, the Google Chrome browser works better for viewing big videos, as I found out,
Would you have any questions? George?
and uploading.
Any thoughts?
How long did it take when you made eye contact, visual contact with the Bigfoot behind you? How long do you anticipate, what length of time?
He was
Before
sitting,
it got up,
Yeah.
before it got up.
he was sitting down and he was called like the prince. Then I break the sleep and they call like this and he was stand up
Was it about a minute or 2 or 3?
a minute. And they
No,
call-
he's just like he's describing right now. That's how quick it was.
Wow, all right, okay, just like that.
He went in, Ray went in, sat down. What I think my take on it is Mr. Bigfoot was spending the day by the beach, by the pool.
At the pond, right.
He was spending the day at the beach. Nice wooded area, nobody ever goes in there. About a football field in size. The sawgrass comes up to your waist. Pretty nice place. Stuff to eat if you're eating leaves and things. I tried one of the leaves, it's very bitter. I think that's what it was doing. It was just hanging out in there in the afternoon, and we caught it with its pants down.
Right.
And I must say, if we'd have been together, if I hadn't have gone back to the car, I would have told him, don't go in there. You haven't got long pants on.
Right.
It never occurred to me that there would be something that close to people that are walking by.
Right. Right.
I don't know. So, by itself, I don't know. But there'd been a sighting 3 months before now.
Yeah.
There's been other sightings in that area over history. Ray doesn't have cable TV. He doesn't watch Finding Bigfoot.
Right.
I don't think he's, other than the brief time we spent in the museum, I showed him the Patterson film that they have running on the little monitors in there. We probably were in there like 5 minutes, tops. Maybe not in that long, because a bunch of people came in after us. So I showed him the Patterson film, and then on the wall above the monitors, they have a blow-up of Patty head, and then they have the artist rendition that looks clear.
Right.
And pointed out the nose, because I'm a nose person whenever I hear these stories. I always want to know what the nose looks like. But that picture has a human-looking nose. The nostrils aren't flared, and they aren't up.
Right.
Number one. I did, and then on the other side of the wall, they have the Minnesota Iceman picture. So I showed him that as we were on the way walking out, and said goodbye to Mike, and we're off. So those 3 things were pointed out to Ray. But I don't think he's even heard about Bigfoot before that. He doesn't have internet. He doesn't have cable.
Did you ever feel frightened?
Excuse me?
Did you ever feel scared or frightened, like it was going to hurt you?
I think I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
Because he was get up. No.
Well, he threw a stick at
He
him.
was get up straight.
Yeah.
Then turn around and walk away.
So you never felt like you were never scared.
No, I was surprised and I was shocked.
Uh-huh.
But at that time, I'd be aware. Then if you take me, I'm going to be ready too.
Yeah, and
Yeah, he had a stick the size of a pencil.
So you didn't feel threatened by it?
Hmm?
You didn't feel threatened by it? You didn't feel like it was gonna turn around and come towards you? Basically.
No, I think he's really nice.
yeah.
He was cool, He just get up. He just get up, and when I break that branch and I throw it to him like this, and he turn around and go.
Right.
Did he have really big ears?
Yeah, normal ears, the big ears.
Just like this? I mean, not really big ones, just normal
Kind
size?
of bigger than us.
Bigger than the president?
Yeah.
Obama has big ears. Ray, what's your heritage? Where are you from, your family? With your accent, where's your heritage? Where's your family from?
My family is from American Samoa.
Samoa. Okay.
But I'm raised in Hawaii.
Okay.
And the reason I came over here because there was a transfer me over here for my job because I'm a police officer, federal. So then I don't want to go to Washington. I decided.
No, so it's American Samoan, but you were raised in Hawaii, right? And I know that. Have you ever heard any stories, or what was there in your family? Was there stories about any kind of creatures like this, or?
No, we never hear any kind of Bigfoot like that.
Right.
We don't have American Samoan.
How about Pele or the?
No, we never hear. Even in Hawaii, we never heard about it.
Not Bigfoot, no. But I mean, you have. I've read about Hawaiian. I've visited once or twice. That Hawaiian, culture has beliefs, not beliefs, but certain the shark ancestors and Pele, the goddess of the volcano, right? That hitchhikes.
They have little people, or they have
they got the little
the Menehune, right?
Menehune?
Yeah.
You saw a lot.
That little leprechauns in Hawaii.
You love the rock?
Yeah.
I think too. I mean, what's the possibility that it's a guy in a suit hanging out a car?
Now, tell me about the ears again. Could you see them? I mean,
I'm not going.
No.
looking
The
right.
ear was different from us. It was kind of like a big size like that. And he was looking at me straight.
Did you?
So I got nothing to say. I was shocked, and I said like that. I'm not even thinking about my camera. I tried to catch him. No way.
That's not okay.
So I just when I shot like that, I just go like that.
So the hair didn't hide the ears.
Yeah, a little bit hanging on the ear. The hair.
Did you see him smile, like teeth?
No.
No teeth, or his face, like
No
moving
smile.
in his
No,
face?
nothing.
Did its eyes move? Did its eyes get big, or did you notice anything like when it noticed you?
The eye was looking straight at me like that.
What color were they? Any color?
Kind of a little bit brown, a little bit, but it's kind of brown eye, but like that. It's not a black eye or something.
Oh, they weren't just.
But I couldn't see that good because.
No, that's a lot of detail. We're asking you a lot of questions, and because we would like to understand more about it, but we realize too, even at how close it was, it happens fast. The lighting, you're in trees and bushes. When you see Mike's video, it's very good to see what the setting was.
Yeah, I got it.
And you'll see that, and like Mike says, there is a history there. It's tough for me. I wonder too, and I'll say this aloud, I'm not questioning you, but I wonder how many things that occur there, are because people first are introduced, at the museum and being told there are sightings there. I wish Norman was here. Is there a psychological aspect to this, a suggestive aspect? But I don't think so. In this case, you clearly saw an animal moving, a body.
No, I don't watch movies.
No. What you saw.
Oh, you saw him move.
You saw what you saw was a live and living creature.
And which brings me. I mean, could you see any? I mean, could you tell if it was a boy or a girl? I mean, did you see any genitals?
I don't. I
Couldn't
didn't
really,
watch
yeah.
that. I didn't
Yeah.
watch that.
Didn't look
No,
at
It all
the
happened so
only
fast.
the only thing I was shocked, and he was get up quickly when I saw it like this.
Yeah.
When he turned around, he left the branch, so I take the branch with me in my house and I keep it.
Did it look more like an animal or a person?
Look more like a walking like a person. More walking like a person. When he turned around, he looked like that, like a person.
Did it make a lot of noise?
Not really the noise I heard at that time.
But it left pretty quick, or just kind of slowly walked away?
Really quick.
Really quick?
You just made one grunting noise. That
really
made you
quick
grunt.
and loud.
And where did you go? How?
Because no, when I saw it, it goes straight, goes like that. That's the show Mike and Mike was go all the way in there.
You got that on video, Mike, where it went, or you guys?
And,
We went all the way around the pond.
Right.
I think what it did was it went in and to the left around the pond. Frankly, it could have been right there when I went in.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had to do it again, I would probably keep going and call Mike and Ralph afterwards.
Yeah.
I think that was a mistake that I made, because I think it maybe just went a little further and was standing
Well,
or laying down.
Right.
It sounds like when Ray ran across it, I mean, because you'd think that you would have heard it walk up behind you, so the chances are it was just sitting
It was
there.
there.
And they just sitting still, and you wouldn't even notice it.
yeah, he was sitting down.
Yeah. Yeah, so he would have to make some noise if you had been sitting there and then he came up behind you.
Because I was walking around the bushes, then I see the branches like that, so I sitting on a branch and face it that way.
Yeah.
Then I leave my cane and my bottle, on my side. So I was sitting and looking at those two ladies. I never looked at the back, and the only thing I make a whistle, then I heard the sound and look at back, he was sitting down.
And that's another reason why I didn't edit much out of when we're in the bushes, in case there was something peeking. Some people watch videos and that's frame by frame, they look for tree peekers, so they can do that for 2 hours on mine.
That's what I told Mike that time, if Mike go further, more in the bushes, he was might lay down or something like that or whatever, because
Yeah, because you haven't said anything about hearing him tromping through the bushes and keep it going.
no, you got to go like that.
Well, I don't think he hurt him much at all,
Oh, okay.
and we don't know where he went.
So chances, I mean, it could have just.
There's a lot of reeds in the middle.
Tree.
There's a lot of reeds in the middle. When you watch the video in the middle of the pond, could have just gone out in the reeds a few feet,
Just sat
And-
down again.
lay down or sit down, float on top of the reeds. Could have been there an hour and a half later when we were all in there, 4 of us tromping around.
Yeah.
We went all the way around the pond, 2 sides of the pond, and then these Mike Rugg and Ray exited around the wooded area. Ralph and I went backtracked back through the wooded area, and Mike found unusual looking poop on the ranch house side of the wooded area. You'll see in the video, it's kind of big plops, dark colored, kind of looks like, I'm not an expert on poop, might be cow, but I've never seen any cows there.
Well, and who said horses are around, but horse poop looks all pretty.
Yeah, but I mean,
Most of the same.
Mike brought up that, they could have been what they're eating made them get poop that looked that way. It wasn't horse poop, but maybe the horse was sick or something. But why would they be over there by the woods, at the edge of the woods and a little bit out onto the grassy area? Why would they be over there? I've never seen horses running around there either. They're stabled.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if that area is completely fenced in to let, run around.
They let them horseback ride there, didn't you say?
Yes,
Yeah.
they were horseback riders the day we were there.
Do they? Do people get in there? Do the homeless get in there at night?
Could be.
I bet, yeah. I mean, but there probably a lot more evidence of homeless people around there.
Yeah, or they leave trash.
Yeah.
Campfires and syringes.
They were passed through the sawgrass. I've definitely seen deer on previous days that I've been there at the edge of the wooded area, coming in and out of the edge of the wooded area. That was one day. The day we were there were wild turkeys that were in there on the edge of the wooded area because they were out on the grass eating when Mike and Ralph arrived.
Yeah, a lot of those around.
So there was a whole slew of them, about 10 of them,
Deer.
wild turkeys.
Oh, turkeys, yeah.
And there's turtles out in the middle. There's frogs. We found, Ralph and I just happened to stroll by there yesterday. There was a dead frog at the edge of the pond.
All right, well, thank you. Thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you very much, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Appreciate that.